excited. It's another PBBC morning song, baby. And is there a downpour? Is it a little torrential going on over here? Yeah, it is, but grass needs rain to grow.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Got news for you. So we're going to sing a song for you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. And we're going to start right now. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Wait. All right, we're going to split it up. There's 4 parts. Pick a part. Corinne's going to do hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes, working right here.
Yeah.
Praise ye with Pahina right here. The Lord is
every day.
right here between us. Ready? 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye
The Lord.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye
The Lord.
Praise ye
The Lord.
Hallelujah. Praise ye
The Lord.
Hallelujah. Praise ye
The Lord.
Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord.
Guys, even if you weren't outside in a storm singing this song, we appreciate you. We saw you. You're doing great. Smiles, everybody. See you next time.
Bye,
Nice job.
Hi, we're back with another episode of Bringing the Craft Shop Home
To you.
And today we're using nature to make paintbrushes, nature's paintbrushes. So the things that you need are some paper, some paint, rubber bands, and just, you can go outside and find different kinds of sticks and different flowers, as you see here. So the first thing you're going to do is take a twig, okay, and pick a flower that's your favorite.
I do love this one.
All right. Okay, all right, and get a little bunch together.
All right.
Okay, and put it together with the twig.
Okay.
And then just grab one rubber band
All right.
and you tie it around the whole thing, kind of high, so that way it's not too flimsy when you try to brush it.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to make one myself. And it seriously can be any kind of flower. Okay, now it's time to paint. You want to lead us through that?
Sure. So I'm actually going to show us how this particular greenery will create in terms of a stroke. Then this is a little different. So when I dip it in, I want to see what this one makes. So let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to.
Great to add texture, and a fun thing that you can do actually is see what it looks like on the paper. When I did this one, it kind of reminded me a little bit of a frog. So what I could do is take my pencil and just draw a little frog around it. Or you can make little people with it. What would you do, Melissa?
I just enjoy how these different plants just make just different marks. So it's really interesting. We're not using a paintbrush like we were using in another episode. We're using nature's paintbrush to create these different effects.
Yeah.
This is really wonderful. I think this is going to be fun for you all. Well,
All right, well that's all for today, but we'll see you on another episode of Bringing the Craft Shop Home
to you.
Bye.
Little hands, shoeless feet, lonely eyes looking back at
welcome back. We're going to sing another song with you guys. Today it's going to be the countdown song because we're all counting down to get to heaven. All right, everyone ready back there?
Yeah.
Ready. Let's get it going. And a 5, 6, 7, 8.
10, 9, 8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
somewhere
In outer space, God has prepared a place for those who trust in only Him. Jesus will come again, and though we don't know when, the countdown's getting lower every day. 10 and 9, 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4. Call upon the Savior while you may. 3 and 2, coming through the clouds in bright array. The countdown's getting lower every day. One more time. Somewhere in outer space, God has prepared a place for those who trust in only Him. Jesus will come again, and though we don't know when, the countdown's getting lower every day.
And we sing
10 and 9, 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4. Call upon the Savior while you may. 3 and 2, coming through the clouds in bright array. The countdown's getting lower every day. The countdown's getting lower every day. The countdown's getting lower every day.
Nice job, guys.
All right.
Let's keep counting down, huh? Let's keep counting down.
Let's get there.
Good night.
Hey everyone, Uncle Ron here with another lesson for all of you at home. And today's lesson is about self-control or discipline. Can you say it with me? Self-control. That's right. Self-control is something that we have to practice every single day. And do you know where we learn about self-control from? You guessed it, the Bible. But Uncle Ron, what does self-control have to do with the Bible or even me? Well, I'm glad you asked. Self-control is something that we see written about in the letters that Paul, one of the missionaries that we see in the Bible, would write about to the church. He visited a lot of churches and would write all these letters to teach them different things, remind them of different things that he had taught them. There was a church at Corinth, and we can read about that church that he wrote the letter to in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And in verse 5 it says, love is not rude, it's not easily angered, and it doesn't keep track of wrongdoings or the score really when you think about it. The score, what do you mean? Well, you know what I'm talking about. Let's say your sibling or a cousin or someone hit you once, and you want to hit them back once, then they hit you twice, and someone stops it. And you want to go and make sure you hit them back twice because, well, that's how many times they hit you. You're keeping score. And granted, that's a simple version of keeping score. But let's say more close to home. Someone around the house has dropped something on the floor, and then you're walking by it, and then you're the one that gets in trouble for being there. Now you have to pick it up. The person who dropped it doesn't even say thank you. It makes you feel a certain type of way. And I'm guessing that way is probably angered or annoyed. It might cause you to also be rude to that person or the person who's telling you to pick it up. And that's not okay either. Honestly, you're supposed to have self-control in that whole thing. You're supposed to basically respond with love. And that's hard. That's really, really hard. And I get that. And the reason why it's so hard right now is because, well, you're maybe not practicing it every day. And that's what I have to do. That's what my kids have to do, and everyone that I know. We have to practice self-control. And you have to have discipline in doing so. And discipline and self-control work together. They're like a cool little family. They're like, hey, you need me just as much as I need you. They don't go separately. And when you practice those things, think of them more like a muscle. A muscle that you have to use and get stronger and stronger. Because one day you're going to have to use it for something big. So when you're young and you practice using, I don't know, let's say your bicep or your calf muscles to jump really high, or your thigh muscles to run really fast, or your core muscles when you do sit-ups. You have to do all those things in practice. Use those muscles over and over again to make them even stronger. Because right now you may be able to say like, hey, I can lift the water bottle. But one day you might need to lift the fridge. You might need to move mountains with the faith that you have. And that's why we practice using that too. They're all muscles in different ways. Think of self-control more like a spiritual muscle that you have to continue exercising, because one day something really big is going to happen. And when that thing happens, you want to make sure that you're not easily angered, rude, or respond with anything other than love. Respond with anything other than whatever the next right thing to do is. And when you do this, you practice every day and you start young. Maybe it's 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9. By the time, you're old like me, it'll be much easier to use that muscle when you're called on to do it. And that's what Paul was saying in his letter to the church, and that's what Jesus wants us to do every single day in action and in word, meaning when you speak to people. So that's something I need to continue to do, and I'm going to work that muscle today and every single day. The more opportunities I get, the better. And I hope that you at home can do the same. Uncle Ron here signing off. Thanks a lot.